Mesdames et messieurs, it's time to sit back and relax as Honest Cruising proudly presents
your dinner and tips. So as you know, there's loads of dining options on every single ship. We'll start by breaking it down into the different things you can find. The main thing obviously is the main dining room. It's also known as the MDR if you see that on forums or websites. It's just an acronym which stands for main dining room.
For those in the know.
For those in the know, yeah. And you've also got the buffet or the buffet in some countries, le buffet, which is a big selection of foods which you help yourself to, obviously. Then you've got specialty dining and the quick service dining options which are scattered around the ship, places like pizza restaurants and burgers and sandwiches. And finally, room service.
So in the main dining room, there's a couple of different options about how you can eat in there. The first option is set time dining. This means that you get given a time at which you eat, and you eat at that same time every evening. You'll also be assigned a table number. This may be just you and the person that you're travelling with, or you may be with a group and you'll dine with them same people each evening.
Yeah, and if you're not happy with that group or not happy with the table, you can always ask to be swapped. If you're in a couple like us and want a 2-seating table, you have to request them really early. So you can do this when you're booking the cruise on your requests.
The second type of dining is flexible dining, and this means that you can dine anytime you want. You just turn up and you wait like you would a normal restaurant.
Yeah, so it can take a little bit longer. You're often just given a buzzer to come back when your table's ready. So you turn up any time within a lot of time, sort of between like 6 p.m. or 9 p.m. It's called freestyle dining on NCL. Free time dining, anytime.
My time.
Flexible, my time, your time, their time.
Right on time.
It's got a few different names, but basically it just means you can pick when you want to go eat. This is what we like because we don't like to be constrained to the different times, the set times, because one day we might want to eat early and the next day we want to eat late. So yeah, you book your style of dining, whether it's the more traditional set time dining or the flexible dining when you book your cruise. So if you're booking it online, you can always select which type you'd prefer or just tell your travel agent.
If you're not happy with your dining arrangements when you board, or if you want to check up if you've got any allergies or special requests, the maitre d' is available on embarkation day usually. Sometimes this is advertised in your cruise guide, but if not, just ask a member of staff and they'll be available between set times.
So one of my favourite tips, and it's the one that we weren't aware of on our first cruise, is that you can order as much as you like in the main dining rooms. So if you fancy 3 main courses or 3 desserts, go ahead and order them. Obviously, we're not saying be wasteful and waste food just for the sake of it. You can be adventurous and try loads of different dishes. You can order appetizer versions of the main entrees. We love to experiment. We like to try different foods when we're on holiday and just have a good little feast.
Sometimes we'd order 3 main dishes and then share it between the 2 of us just so we could try a bit of everything.
Definitely, yeah.
And if there is something that you don't like, say you've ordered something and it's not what you thought or you're just not keen on it, just ask your server and they will be more than happy to get you something else. Or if there's something on the menu that you don't particularly fancy anything on the menu, ask what else is available and I'm pretty sure the server will do as much as they can to make you happy.
And for kids, there's always a kids menu as well in the main dining room. So the kids have the options to order from the kids menu or the adults menu.
Or some big
and
adults.
Vice versa as well. So if you fancy something from the kids menu, you're just fancying something simple like chicken goujons or mac and cheese. Yeah, you can just order from the kids menu as well. It's great.
And sometimes the main dining rooms are open for breakfast and lunch. It depends on the cruise line and also depends sometimes if it's a sea day or a pot day. Just check the daily guide to see what time the main dining rooms are open. And it's nice to have an experience of like a sit-down breakfast, isn't it? And sometimes they serve things that are different to the buffet.
It gives it a completely different feel of the buffet. So if you don't want all the hustle and bustle of the buffet, you can go and relax, sit down and enjoy a lovely relaxing breakfast or lunch in the main dining rooms. So next are buffet tips. We always recommend that you have a real good look around the whole buffet before you go and pick anything out. Because by the time you have picked all these little things out on your first go around, your food will be freezing.
I just imagine it's like
an
aeroplane scouting around the buffet. We usually do the whole
mac and cheese.
I'll start this side, you start that side, and we meet in the middle and exchange notes.
Exchange notes in the middle. Yeah, so have a good look around before and then go for it. Jump into what you want to eat.
We always like to get a table first, don't we? So we've got our base to go back to once we've done our scouting. And once we've got our buffet food, we can just go straight back to our table so it's still nice and hot.
Definitely. So one person will sit at the table, the other person will go scout out and get food. There's nothing worse than getting a big plate full of food and you don't have anywhere to eat it. It's the saddest thing that can possibly happen in the whole entire world.
And when you do finally find a table, you've already ate that plate of food.
Exactly, so it's very sad. Keep an eye out on the daily guides as well. Sometimes there's big themed buffets which can be delicious. So you have like Mediterranean themed, Caribbean themed, Chinese, Indian, Asian themed. So you can get some really good main meals. And don't put off, eat in the buffet one night instead of the main dining room or specialty dining. There can be some really good dinner options and you just get to pick and choose what you want.
Yeah, the buffet is a great alternative if you're not up for going to formal night, for example.
Exactly, if you don't want to dress up, the buffet always has the relaxed dress code.
Usually in the buffet on most cruise liners, you just help yourself to tea, coffee, juices and waters. There will be servers as well on some cruise liners that will come round and serve other drinks that will have a charge.
Yeah, and if you fancy eating in your room or you don't fancy paying for room service or can't be bothered to wait for room service, grab a food from the buffet and take it back to your room to eat on your balcony or in your room. We recommend more cold things so you can just keep them in your room as snacks as well. So it's a really good idea. You can take some fruit and stuff to your room just in case you get hungry.
Yeah, many a time we've done the buffet dash back to our room, haven't we?
Yeah, we like to be positioned like 2 or 3 floors underneath. So all we're going to do is run back up, run back down to our, run back, Dune? Scottish? I'm Scottish now. So run back down to our room and then take our food out and eat on the balcony.
Prime buffet access.
And then it's like al fresco dining. It's amazing. on our personal little balcony.
Also in the buffet, it's great because there's plenty of healthy options too. So there's lots of salads and things like that. And they'll have desserts. And some cruise liners have, say, like reduced sugar desserts and things like that. So there's lots to choose from, really. You can be as healthy or as unhealthy as you want to be.
You're on holiday, treat yourself. Who wants a bloody sugar-free cake? Or a piece of lettuce?
The thing is, though, it says,
piece of lettuce.
No, but it says no added sugar. So it doesn't say how much sugar was in it in the first place.
Oh well, but seriously, don't just eat lettuce your whole holiday. If you're going on a cruise, you need to go and enjoy the food. That's my biggest tip. I would say, look,
check out the salad bar because some salad bars are amazing.
Oh yeah, for
and
sure.
you get like seafood and chicken,
hummus and guacamole and salsa. Oh, feel me. And nachos and cheese.
I know, I'm really hungry now.
Oops, we went from salad to nachos and cheese. Okay, so next we have the specialty dining tips. So we recommend you book these before you even get on the ship because they can get really busy and sell out. So to avoid disappointment, you can book these on the online cruise planner, or if you booked with a travel agent, just let your travel agent know what you'd like to book and when.
And if you, say for example, you missed out on booking on board, just head straight to the restaurant that you want to go to on embarkation day to see if they've got any availability. And if they're still booked out, check each evening to see if there's been any cancellations or no-shows.
Yeah, and some of the newer ships even have this information on your television screen in your screen?
Screen.
Your television. I know, sorry, we've got sore throats for a little bit. We've got the man flu. The man flu.
We're on the tea this week.
We're on the tea, yeah. We've got
the tea. It's
so
just the
sorry
tea.
if we sound like, let's get it on. But yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yeah.
Specialty dining.
So some of the new ships even have all of this information on screens throughout the ships and on your TV as well. So you can book on your TV or you can go around on the touch screens around the ship and book restaurants that way as well.
If you are booking a specialty dining restaurant, we advise that you check the dress code before you go because some have a pretty strict dress code and you don't want to miss out, particularly if there's a restaurant that you're really looking forward to.
Yeah, so our final tip would be just to book it because it is a real nice treat. Obviously the food in specialty dining restaurants is much higher quality than anywhere else on the ships. So it's such a nice treat to book a lovely meal and it is really a nice little occasion. It's like going to a really nice upper class restaurant somewhere in like a city.
Because the price that you pay, although you are paying on top of the price of your cruise, it's not the price that you'd pay if you were going to a similar restaurant.
Oh god, yeah. You'd be paying hundreds of dollars or hundreds of pounds for the same meal that you get for $15, $20 per person.
Exactly.
So it's such a bargain. Yeah, and then finally for our tips, look at all of the quick service restaurants as well. You can get some really yummy food. So take a good look at the restaurants guide. It's usually in your first day of your planner or in every day of your planner with the opening times. You can get pizza, you can get kebabs, you can get sandwiches, freshly made things, salad, yeah. So there's usually scattered all around the ship. So don't miss out on those either.
And they're usually open later into the evening as well. So there's always somewhere to get your fill, isn't there?
Yeah, and if everything's closed, you can always come back and do room service.
Exactly.
So we really hope you enjoyed our show about dining this week and our dining tips.
We hope it gave you a flavour of what to expect on board.
Exactly. We hope that
Just
it was
a taste.
tasty show.
Yes. We hope this menu of options
was delicious. If you don't believe me, ask the dishes. They can sing.
Not this
They
week.
can dance. After all, this is the United Kingdom.
Back to what we're doing.
Back to what we're doing. And remember to subscribe to our Twitter, which our handle is right here. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, so you can see all of our upcoming videos, including some cruise tours in the next week or so. Ooh. We have a surprise tour that we're going to be showing everybody.
Yeah, and stay up to date on Facebook as well. You can find us at facebook.com//
Right.
facebook.com/honest cruising, and where you can find out about all our upcoming announcements and things like that.
So that's it for this week.
Until next time,
happy eating.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Are you okay?
You knocked me out.
You okay?
Yes.
Oh, my pink.
I'm really hurt.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
It's not bleeding, is it?
No, it's not bleeding, it's fine.